Welcome you guys, my name is Armand, and today we're going to learn how to train your ears to avoid key clash when mixing one song into the outgoing song. I've had a lot of inquiries from you guys lately about just how important is it to always be mixing in key. The short answer, I think, is that it's important, but it's not mandatory in every case. Reason I say that is that in electronic music, you don't always have a ton of melody at the beginning or end of each song. So sometimes you can get away with mixing songs that are not strictly in key. Now, if you do follow a mixing in key guide, such as the Camelot wheel system, which I've done a video on, I'll link that below if you don't know what it is. It's just basically a color wheel which shows you which keys are comparable that you can move to and mix within, and then you're safe. Or you can use a software like Mix in Key. If you do that and you follow those systems, you basically can do no wrong, but you might limit yourself from being able to play a certain track that you wanted to next just because you saw, oh, this track is in D minor and the track I want to play now is in G major. It's not going to work. The ultimate test, of course, is always your ears. So what we want to work on is being able to develop our ears and learn to identify and to hear what key clash sounds like. So if you're completely new to DJing and you've never been a musician before, this video is really aimed at you because we're going to learn how to kind of take some blind examples and test runs and train yourself, and you can do this for free with any DJ software. I'm going to be using Pioneer Rekordbox today, and we'll do some kind of training exercises that you can do at home for free in these softwares that will start to train your ears on what mixing in key sounds like and what key clash sounds like so that you can avoid it. All right, let's jump into Pioneer Rekordbox and take a look at what I mean. All right, guys, so here we are in Pioneer's Rekordbox software. Like I said, it's a free software, but you can probably also do this just as easily in Virtual DJ, Traktor, Serato. The key is to have a software that allows you the key information. So up here in Rekordbox, if you right-click at the top, that brings up this menu, and you can select which items you want displayed in columns. So I'm going to select the key column. I'm going to bring that over next to my BPM. And you'll see I've just got a playlist here with only 8 songs in it. And these 4 are all in the key of A minor, minor being denoted by the baby M. And then these keys, conversely, are all major keys. So B major, C major, and 2 songs in G major. So typically, a lot of electronic music, I'd say most deep house and progressive house, you'll find it is in minor keys. Minor key music sounds a bit more kind of mystical, darker. And if I play some for you, let's take a listen to this Mark Romboy song so you can get an idea. Right, pretty dark, pretty brooding. Those arpeggiated synths sound pretty sinister. Whereas you contrast that to say, okay, let's listen to this Delia de France song, which I think has vocals. Yeah. Her vocal sounds, a bit more kind of positive, a bit more wholesome, less evil, in other words, right? Or let's try this song here called Tide, which is G major. Okay, it sounds a bit kind of playful, bouncy, but again, like the melodies of it are not terribly sinister sounding. Okay, so the idea with this exercise is to play some songs that are in a minor key and then blend them, mix them using, just the crossfader in whatever software that you're in, to blend them in with a song that's in a major key. So firstly, I want you to do that a few times with this key column and the key information on display so that you can know what you're doing. So let's take an example of that now. Let's try that Mark Romboy song. We'll drag it up to the top track, load it in, and then we'll take, let's try that Tide song again and put it down here. And so I'm just going to play this one with around 2 minutes left as though I was mixing out. Start the crossfader up there so you hear the song only. And then I'm going to trigger the bottom song where its melodies have started, or kind of its beat has picked up. And these are synced, so the software is doing the beat matching work for me, just to make it easy. I'll start to mix in the new song. Start to hear it coming in there. Sounds okay so far, I think. But I have a feeling when the melodies of this song pick up here on this breakdown that it's going to clash. Yep, and there it is. Hear that? So I'll play it again. Right, so that part right here on the lower track, that melody there really did not gel very well with what was going on in the Mark Romboy song up here. So that's what we mean when we say harmonic clash. Contrast that with if we take another song in A minor and put that down here. Because they're both in A minor, you're obviously, guaranteed to get a pretty good sounding mix, or at least a mix that's harmonically sound. Let's play them. Again, I'll get this track started about here where it's picked up a little bit, and trigger it now. Start mixing it in. And I'll just leave that crossfader in the middle for a little bit and let them play. Sounding good so far. Yep, now you can hear the bass line down here, complementing nicely the arpeggios from that higher pitched synth up here. Together again. I think the timing's a bit off because of the sync feature, so let me fix that. That's a bit better. But melodically, they work, right? They definitely work. You can let that mix run for 2 minutes and it's going to sound good, both songs playing together. So that's what you want, right? But you can get that by mixing other keys with A minor. It doesn't have to be another song in A minor. It just has to be a comparable key that doesn't clash horribly wrong. So the idea here with this exercise is, and now to move it a step forward, is to do the blind type of trick or comparison. So what I'd want you to do now is get rid of this key information. Where'd that go? There it is. I'll uncheck that. So now my key column is gone. Now I know that you can still cheat by looking up here because the key is also displayed up here. But here's where you need to just get a bit creative. And if you're doing this on a computer screen, you can tape a little piece of paper there, or masking tape, or maybe electrical tape that won't mess up your computer screen. So what we're going to do now, so I'm going to just scramble these. I'll just resort these by artist. I'm not looking at the key information anymore. I'm just going to drag one up there. I'm going to try my best not to look in the top left area where the keys are. I'm just going to set this song playing with about 2 minutes left. And the idea here is to then start doing the mixing and decide with my own ears, are these songs both in A minor, or are they in two other keys, or is one in A minor and one's in a major key and that they're clashing a lot? So let's play this song here. Then this song down here, I'm going to, actually that's the same song I played last time, so let me just randomly throw in another one. Now I'm going to play it. Now I'm going to start mixing them. To be honest, I did see that the bottom track is in A minor, but I really haven't looked at the top track, so I don't know what key that's in. So far those sound good to me. Yeah, I'm going to venture a guess and say they're both in A minor. And when I go look at the top one, yes, sure enough, it's in A minor. So again, if I was really trying to do this exercise correctly at home versus teaching it to you, I would take some tape and cover up, or some paper and cover up this area of my computer screen and do this totally blind. So the idea by doing this blind is, and then after you're done, kind of write down your guesses for both songs, and then, go and bring the key information back, or you can take the paper off of your computer screen, or just flip it up and leave it attached for the next one with a piece of tape or something, and see how did you do. Did you believe that they were both in the same minor key, or do you believe that one was in an A minor key and the others were a major key? And rank yourself, score yourself. Did you get it right? And so if you keep doing this, practice this even 20 minutes a day for a week or two, you're going to start training your ears, and you're going to become quite accurate at determining what's a minor key, what's a major key, and when there's key clash. And once your results with your blind testing start getting pretty accurate after a week or two of practice on this, then make it a little bit harder for yourself. And instead of having 4 songs that are all A minor, let's have 2 songs that are A minor and 2 songs that are, say, D minor, and then 4 other tracks that are in major keys or other keys that to clash by looking it up on the Camelot wheel system. And again, I've got the link to my video explaining the Camelot system below. So that's the idea here. You can really train your ears by practicing with them, by taking away the visual aid in the softwares. You're going to force yourselves to listen carefully, and your ears are going to start detecting that nasty key clash when 2 songs just really should not be attempted to be mixed together, unless you're going to get very creative with looping at the beginning or end, avoiding the main parts of the melodies, maybe just mixing them when it's kind of just a beat or a bass line or something. Then you might be okay. But otherwise, you want to be able to preview in your headphones when you're doing a live DJ mix, when you're playing a set for a gig or recording something for a podcast. You want to be able to tell in your headphones, in your preview, when you're getting into a harmonic clash that you need to avoid, and that way you can, move on and pick another song to mix in. Okay guys, so there you go. Some exercises you can do at home to start training your ears. Remember to try and listen for that clash when things just don't sound right. It doesn't sound cohesive or organic like these 2 songs belong together. From there, you can start working your way from minor and major keys as we did in the exercises. Once you get good at that, start trying to listen for key clash between different keys that are all minor keys or different keys that are all major keys, and that will be the next step towards honing your ears to be even more precise. All right guys, have fun, keep practicing, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see going forward in the comments below. Cheers.